Alaikum everyone. My name is Huzaifah Ahmed and it's been 3 weeks since I have joined Rehan School Korangi campus. Today I am going to do the second task of ChatGPT talking series. So let's get started. Hey ChatGPT, today I am going to talk to you about a topic which is how to find your own unique voice. Am I audible to you?
Yes, I can hear you really clearly. I'm excited to dive into that topic with you. What kind of angle are you thinking of taking?
Well, I don't know. Suppose that I don't know anything about it. Now, teach me as if I am a total beginner that what does it really mean to have a unique creative voice?
Great starting point. So, having a unique creative voice basically means you express yourself in a way that's distinctly yours. Your perspective, your style, the way you interpret the world. It's not about being totally different for the sake of it, it's about being deeply honest and bringing your own experiences into what you create. Does that make sense so far?
Yes, that made total sense. Now, why do most people struggle to find their own creative voice?
Yeah, that's a really common challenge. A lot of times people are comparing themselves to others, especially with social media. Or maybe they just haven't given themselves the space to experiment without judgment. And sometimes it's just a matter of time. Finding your voice is a gradual process, not a switch you flip. So it's really about being patient and trying things out.
All right, now answer me this. Do you think creativity is something people are born with or something they develop? Whether you oppose it or propose it, I just want you to be really detailed about the answer you
Ah,
are about to give.
of course. So I actually think creativity is both innate and developed. Some people might have a natural inclination. Maybe they grew up in a really creative environment or just had early sparks of imagination. But creativity is also a skill, like a muscle, like you strengthen through practice, risk taking, and staying curious. So even if you don't feel creative now, you can absolutely develop it over time.
So it wouldn't be wrong if I say that it is partially dependent on the environment of one person.
Absolutely, you're right. Environment plays a huge role. If you're surrounded by diverse ideas, inspiration, and a culture that encourages experimentation, you're much more likely to tap into your creativity. And on the flip side, a rigid or uninspiring environment can really stifle those creative impulses. So it's definitely a big factor.
All right, now get this. Someone who is not the one who had the perfect environment and they weren't born with it. So, how can they experiment to discover their own creative style?
Yeah, that's a really important question. Even without a perfect environment, you can start small. Try different creative activities, write, draw, play music, just as experiments. You can also consume lots of different forms of creative work, books, art, podcasts, so you get exposed to new ideas. And importantly, set small, low stakes projects so you can experiment without fear of failure. The key is just giving yourself permission to play and see what sticks.
Okay, now what habits can help someone become more creative?
Ooh, great question. So, one big habit is having a daily creative practice, even if it's just 10 minutes a day, like doodling, journaling, or free writing. Another habit is being curious, asking a lot of questions, exploring new fields. Also, build in downtime. Creativity often sparks when you're relaxed. And surround yourself with inspiration, whether that's nature, art, or even conversations with other creative people. All of those habits really add up.
All right. Now, I have seen in today's era that there is so much bullying and criticizement, and there are many people who are being criticized every day for showing their own unique creative style. Now, everyone is different and unique, but not everyone gets it. So, how can people stay confident in their ideas when others criticize them?
Yeah, that's really tough. And you're right. There's a lot of negativity out there. I think a big part of staying confident is remembering why you create in the first place. If it really matters to you, that passion can ground you. Also, it helps to build a supportive network. Seek out people who value your work, even if they're small in number, so you have that safe space. And remind yourself that criticism is often just a reflection of people's own limits, not yours. So keep going because your voice deserves to be heard.
Now, how has technology or artificial intelligence changed creativity today? Is that a good impact or is there a bad impact? I want you to be detailed on whichever topic you propose.
Yeah, that's a really rich topic. I think AI has had a pretty mixed impact on creativity, and it depends how you look at it. On one hand, AI tools can really democratize creativity. They let people who might not have the traditional skills generate music, art, or writing really quickly, which is amazing for experimentation. But on the flip side, there's a risk. Sometimes AI can standardize creativity, making things feel a bit formulaic or reducing that deeply personal touch. So I'd say it's a powerful tool, but it really depends on how we use it. If we stay intentional and human centered, it can be a huge boon for creativity.
From what I understand, you are trying to say that we should use, or the people should use AI as a helping tool and not totally rely on it or be dependent on it. Am I right?
Exactly. Yeah, you got it. AI is fantastic as a collaborator, but the heart of creativity still comes from us. So when we stay in the driver's seat, using AI to spark ideas or help us refine things, that's when we keep our unique voice alive.
All right. Now, what is one practical step someone can take today to find their own creative voice?
Ooh, a simple but really effective step would be to set aside just 15 minutes today to create something for yourself. No pressure, no audience in mind, just pure expression. Whether it's a doodle, a few lines of writing, or a small piece of music, that daily habit of just showing up will help you tune into your own voice.
Now, lastly, tell me a short quote or something which will help motivate the person who is finding their own creative style for the first time.
Absolutely. Here's a quote by Martha Graham: "You are unique, and if that is not fulfilled, then something has been lost. So just trust that your voice matters. Even if it feels small at first, it's completely yours."
Okay, this was the end of my discussion with ChatGPT. Kindly tell me how I did, and gradually I will become better and better in talking with it. But that was it for today. Thank you, everyone. Allah Hafiz.